Good morning, Washington! How you doing, everybody? It's the 7th of October edition of Dave TV here on DCRTV.com. I got a bunch of emails the other day. People think, I'm just not dressing properly for a middle-aged dude, that I'm supposed to dress the way a middle-aged guy's supposed to dress. So I've decided from now on, I'm going to, tie, nice shirt, the whole thing, business attire. That's what I'm going to do now. Every Dave TV from now on. God, I don't know, man. I just can't breathe. Man, I work at home. Why do I need it? F it. There we go. T-shirt. Camo pants. That's me, man. And I'm not changing for any. Of course, somebody hired me and I was working in an office. Yeah, I'd put on a shirt, wouldn't go in a plain old T-shirt, but what the hell. Anyhow, same old Dave, back on Dave TV. Thank you. Every now and then I get a letter with no return address on it and some cash in it from a very kind person who wants to make a donation to DCRTV. Most donations I get in the mail, are a check with a return address, and I know who it's from. But every once in a while, I'll get a letter or an email like this, or a postal mail like this. Dave, a donation for DCRTV, thanks, and there's like a couple of bucks folded up in it. It happens that way. I had no idea who it's from. This one's from, I don't even know where the zip. Yeah, mailed on the 3rd of October, but I can't even tell from the postmark what jurisdiction it's from. But anyhow, thank you very much. Okay, some more of our journalistic ethics from the Washington Post today. I don't know, man. This paper is just, they need a lesson in journalistic ethics. Why is that? Well, okay. Here you see today, they wrote a very nice little article about the Sheens. Martin Sheen and his son, Emilio Estevez, on a new movie they've done, Journey of Love, and a nice giant picture to fill up the space there. And then you go to the jump, which is on page C9. And, okay, there's the jump to the story. But you also see a bicyclist riding in front of a bus that's promoting their new movie, The Way. Okay, now this is the new movie. They literally, the photograph literally becomes an ad for the movie. It's like, you're actually running an ad in the photograph. You're just taking a picture of of a billboard or a bus that has the ad on it. I mean, I don't know, man. And then, of course, in today's paper, there's, of course, an ad for the movie right there in the weekend section. I don't know. Journalistic Ethics 101. If you're running an article, you're doing an article about a movie, you don't run a photograph of a picture of an ad for the movie. That's just trashy. I don't know, man. It's almost as if the Washington Post, in order to get the interview, they had to say, we're really going to hype the movie. We're going to run a photograph with a picture of an ad for the movie. I don't know, man. It's just another symbol of the slow, gradual, sad decline of the Washington Post and its editorial standards. Sad, huh? Oh, wow. Well, interesting news today. We've been reporting here almost exclusively that CBS has been interested in the 107.9 signal out of Annapolis, which is religious WFSI, which is owned by family stations. And we've also been reporting that there's a lot of rumbling. We're hearing it from a lot of different people in the advertising business and in the media business here in Washington, that CBS is seriously considering about starting an all-newser to compete with WTOP here in Washington. And of course, everyone's asking what frequency would they use? Would they use 107.9, which I don't think is a good idea. I think it's a good idea for CBS to buy it. I'd rather see CBS put HFS, Baltimore-based now HFS on 107.9 or something else on there, because I don't think it has an inside the Beltway signal that would be good enough to compete with WTOP. But still, you know, we're hearing the rumors this morning. One of the few nice guys out there in the broadcast radio media business, Tom Taylor. He runs radio-info.com. Really a good site. I like it a lot. But he's saying that he's hearing that CBS is fielding research about an all-new news station. There's a strong buzz, he says, that CBS will buy WFSI in Annapolis, and they very well could put an all-newser on it. Apparently they've been running, apparently they've been actually out there doing test marketing on whether, you know, Washingtonians would be up for another all-news station in the market. So, you know, our rumors that we're getting are getting confirmed. So, you know, you could have All News WTOP on 103.5. You've already got WMAL News Talk on 105.9. You've got WAMU, which is Public Radio News Talk, on 88.5. You've got C-SPAN, which is a talk station, on 90.1. And you got 105.1, which is WAVA Christian, kind of basically Christian righty talk on that signal. You got WJFK on 106.7. You got WTEM with 2 sports talk rim shots on 94.3 and 92.7. So there's quite a lot of talk on the dial. And a lot of the morning shows, you know, you look at Elliott, you know, on DC 101, that's mainly a talk show. You know, a lot of these morning shows, they're more talk than the music. So when you look at Morning Drive, you know, there's talk all over that dial, and it looks like there's going to be more of it. So I think it's a trend. I think the music, one of the trends we're seeing in the music business, especially in radio today, is just the nichification, so to speak, of music. You know, rock is no longer a format anymore on the radio. There's about a dozen different rock formats, all these different niches of rock formats, and it just doesn't work on broadcast radio anymore. And when you're getting to the point now where the internet is going to be easily available on car radios, which is really any day now, people are going to be able to choose from thousands of different internet streams to listen to in the car. And you know, a music stream is different than a local talk and news stream, because a music stream can be anywhere. You could be listening to a station in China or Europe or Chicago. You know, I could be punching in WXRT in Chicago as I'm driving around wanting to listen to cool music and not the hell with Washington radio. Whereas news talk, you know, local news is pretty much going to stay local. You know, there's no way you're going to be listening to a station doing local Washington news from Los Angeles or you know, Jerusalem, you know. So I think what we're going to see on the FM dial, and that's pretty much going to be the radio dial now. I don't think AM, you know, AM's pretty much by the wayside, is you're going to see a lot of news talk and local news and talk stations. I think a few radio stations will continue doing music. I'm not saying we're not going to see any music on radio anymore, broadcast radio, but I think you're going to see a lot less of it. And that more people, if you want to listen to music on the radio, you're going to be plugged into Sirius XM with all of their hundreds of talk or music channels, or you can be plugged into some kind of car radio internet. So that's what I think. And who cares, right? More tip of the old camo cap, which I'm not wearing this morning. I should put that on real quick. Tip of the old camo cap to Brett Haber, who's done his last WUSA sportscast as of Thursday night. The big news that we just reported here on DCR TV is that Brett is moving on to the Washingtonian. Washingtonian apparently is hiring a number of editor-at-large people. It doesn't mean they're large people. It just means they're editors that are going to look at, I guess, a lot of different things. And Brett is one of them. Carol Joint, who does the Q&A Cafe. Really a nice person there who used to own Nathan's Restaurant there in Georgetown. She's also been hired as an editor-at-large at Washingtonian. So we're also hearing some big changes at Washingtonian, maybe a makeover of the magazine by year's end, so stay tuned for that. Brett is also going to be doing, as we've reported, some coverage for the Tennis Channel, which is available on Comcast. Tennis Channel is weird. You can get, if you just subscribe to the preferred digital package, you can get Tennis Channel in standard def, but you have to subscribe to the sports tier for an extra $10 in order to get it in HD. I don't know, that's weird that you can get the standard def version in one package, and then you have to pay more for the high-def version. Usually with Comcast, they give you both the standard def and HD version together in one package, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what the hell's going on? All right, folks, that's the big news for today. A beautiful Friday here in the Washington area, and a string of beautiful weather after 3 or 4 weeks of crap, right? All right, folks, have a good one. Don't forget, $14. It's 10 and 4. 10 and 4. And we'll get you a year of DCRTV Plus, which is memory packed. Okay? We got a special subsite there with lots of memories of Washington, Baltimore radio. $14 up until October 14th in celebration of our 14th anniversary on DCRTV. So subscribe to DCRTV Plus or extend your subscription. $14 a year, $28 2 years, $42 for 3 years. And make a donation to DCRTV.com because we rely on the support of our wonderful visitors like you. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. Talk to you soon. This is Big Dave signing off. Cut. Yeah.